and I said, I'm going to go on this GLP-1 journey. And by golly, if this doesn't work for me, I was laying on the table and I was either going to have gastric bypass surgery, I was going to have the sleeve, something was going to be cut off or rearranged in my body because that's how fed up I was about it. Hey fam, welcome back to another video. I am Shika J Love. If you are new here, welcome. Hey girl, hey, or hey guy, hey. Thank you so much for stopping and watching this video. I truly appreciate you. If you are a subscriber already, thank you so much for coming back and being a part of the Love family. It does not go unnoticed. The likes, the comments, the shares. I appreciate each and every one of you all. So, today's video is going to be a GLP-1 update video. I figured it's time. It's time just to debrief. Let's talk about my journey, how I got here, where I'm going, what I've learned, what I've seen on being on this journey. So if you are one that is considering getting on a GLP-1, you've had weight struggles, you want to talk to your provider about it, but don't know exactly what to ask or what that conversation may look like, or if you are currently on a GLP-1 journey, drop down in the comments, let me know how long you've been on a GLP-1, which one are you on, what have you noticed, what are some of your side effects, things of that nature. Let's have a conversation in the comments. I talk back. So if any of this interests you, please continue to watch this video, share this video, like this video, and subscribe if you feel so compelled. Also, too, I do have my handy dandy notebook here, and it actually says notes. Got this from the dollar store. Really love it. I have my notepad here with reference points. I've noticed in some other videos where I missed a lot of key points that I wanted to say just because I just go off the dome most of the time. But I said, no, let's take our time tonight. Let's not just go off the dome, Shika. Let's actually have some point of references. So if you see me looking down, or if you see the notebook pop up in the screen here, that's what it's for. It's so I can stay on task, y'all, because your girl goes off on tangents. So I got the notebook here just to keep me honest. All right. So y'all, it's been 20 months. It's been 20 months since I've been on this GLP-1 journey. I started February 21st of 2024. Wow. To be honest, it really doesn't even feel that long. It doesn't feel like I've been on it for 20 months, but I have. And I started out with Mochi Health, and I was on semaglutide for 3 months. That proved to be ineffective for me, so I did that for 3 months, and then I got on tirzepatide with them, and then I moved to Mochi Health for a few months. Then all the craziness started to happen about GLP-1 coming off the market and all of that. So then I went to 5410 to start bulk ordering my tirzepatide through them. Great company, love them down, don't have anything bad to say about them. But then I came back to Mochi Health, and now I am a Mochi Health partner. And thank you, Mochi Health, for being a part of my journey. Thank you all for seeing me and wanting me to be a part of the team to discuss my journey and to provide any direction for anyone who needs any guidance on GLP-1, how to get started, and an advocate for a great telehealth company. So thank you, Mochi Health. Again, in this video, I'm going to be discussing my journey, where I'm at with it all, my goals for myself, and my own maintenance. Do I plan to be on this medicine for the rest of my life? So if any of this interests you, please just continue watching. And if you have any questions, hopefully I will proactively answer them for you. Why did I get started on this journey? If you've seen any of my other videos, you know that I always struggled with my weight since being an adolescent. If I have any pictures, I will put them up on the screen somewhere. I was always heavier set, albeit I was an athlete. I cheered from third grade to college. I did track, and I even dibble dabbled in some basketball. So, me being athletic and being active was never the problem. Honestly, there's always been something going on inside. My family, I come from a very, down here in the South, we like to call it healthy family, although it's very contradictory. A lot of people on both sides, my mother's side and my father's side, are obese, severely obese, unhealthy habits, smokers, and still consuming a lot of salt in the diet, or salty meats are being put into the vegetables, things like that. It's the cornbread, and it's the fried, smothered, and covered and capped, and pork chops and all that. Now, I'm not saying you can't indulge. That's not what I'm saying at all. But when that type of food is in every meal, you know, that's not good. That's not good. So my family suffers from high blood pressure, diabetes, lung disease, and things like that, just because there's not a lot of practice of healthy habits. So I guess you would consider me the black sheep of the family, because I'm the only vegetarian, besides my aunt, who lives in Washington. So she's not local. But I'm the one who decided to follow in my aunt's steps and cut out meat out of my diet. Not saying meat is the problem, but it's how it was prepared for me, right? So I associate having those meat with it being fried or gravy on top of it. So that's why it was just best for me to just cut those meats out, because if I cut the meats out, I would cut out how they were presented to me, right, as an adolescent. I was vegan for 3 years, and I recently decided that vegetarian is where I think it's best for me. Do I see myself eating meat again? No, not at all. I have no desires. But that's where I am with it right now. I am a vegetarian. So why did I start my GLP-1 journey? It had got to the point in February. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I have bounced and yo-yoed with my weight all of my life. And I decided to finally take charge. And I said, I'm going to go on this GLP-1 journey. And by golly, if this doesn't work for me, I was laying on the table, and I was either going to have gastric bypass surgery, I was going to have the sleeve, something was going to be cut off or rearranged in my body, because that's how fed up I was about it. The struggles with eating have always been a thing. No matter what I did, I would lose the weight but gain it back. Lose it, gain it, lose it, gain it. And that is exhausting when you feel like you can't win the battle. So I decided to do this GLP-1 to see how it would do me, if I would get those results that I was hearing, those great results. Oh, I lost this amount of weight. I lost this amount of weight. I said, well, darn, let me lose this amount of weight and keep it off. I started my journey, and I am very satisfied with my results. The stigma around GLP-1s, Ozempic, Wegovy, compounded tirzepatide, compounded semaglutide, is that you're cheating, is that it's the easy way out, it's a quick fix. But I'm here to tell you something. It's not. It's not. It is a tool that helps me stay consistent. It's a tool that helps me mentally, right? Because always had I've always used food as a reward. I've used food when I was sad. I've used food when I was angry. I used food when I was overwhelmed. Always. Always. And these habits have been with me, like, again, since adolescent years. You know, we were always rewarded with food. We always went out to eat. My mom would cook back in the day, but it was always, it also too, it was like if she's worked all day and night because she had multiple jobs to provide for us, we had no choice but to get the Bojangles, the Wendy's, the Chinese food, the KFC. You see where I'm going with it? And even going to Subway was not a healthy alternative because we done put all this mayonnaise and all these various sauces and cheese and that thick bread. So food was always given to us. It was always available. You know, there was no closing down the kitchen, if you will. It was always there for us. And so, me becoming an adult, I have to break those cycles for myself and I have to break those cycles for my children. So, when the kitchen is closed, the kitchen is closed. You have eaten. Every time you watch TV, you don't have to eat a meal, you don't have to eat a snack. You know what I'm saying? So GLP-1 is definitely not, for me, it's not the easy way out. It's a way to calm down the mental and the thoughts that transpire within me, and it helps my relationship with food. It helps me stay consistent. It helps me with my satiety once I eat. Okay, Sheikah, you're good. And it helps me to focus on other things. Food was all I could think about, which is overwhelming. And it's like I was a bottomless pit. I would just eat, 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 and the weight would just compound, compound, compound. The GLP-1 helps to stop that noise in me, and it helps me to be able to focus on something else. It helps me to be able to do the YouTube and to, work my full-time job, my 9 to 5, without constantly thinking about what's the next thing I'm gonna put in my mouth. You understand what I'm saying? When I started this journey, this weight loss journey, on this GLP-1, I was at 230 pounds. The highest I've seen was about 260. But this journey with GLP-1, I was 230. I currently sit between 169 and 170. So that's where I am now. So I have roughly lost 63 pounds since starting this journey in February of 2024. And I am super happy about that. I feel good. Confidence never really was the issue, but now I'm confident and it exudes from me differently, if you will. I love the way my clothes fit on me. I went from a size 18 in pants and a size 2X, 3X in shirts to now I comfortably wear a size 10. I have some 12s in there because you never know, hormonal imbalances and inflammation and all of that. So it may be days where I'm in a 12 and other days I'm in a 10. So, but I comfortably sit in a size 10 pant. I'm no longer having to shop at Torrid. You know what I mean? And no tea, no shade. Torrid, honey, the clothes are gorgeous. The clothes, accessories, all the things are gorgeous. But Torrid is also on the expensive side, and more material, more money. Let's just put it like that for some things. But I'm no longer having to go to specific stores for larger women. I can shop now in a regular store and I can pick up my size medium or large shirt. I can find me a size 10 or 12 jean and I can go comfortably in there and try it on and know it's going to fit. And I feel great about that. I love that my back rolls have disappeared. They're still there. Of course, I'm working on it, but they are not as apparent as they used to be. That bra bulge, that six back there, that bra bulge, it's not there like it used to be. I can see me smoothing out, and that right there brings a smile to my face. Like, I'm just excited about it. I put on my one piece or even my 2 piece high waisted bathing suit and I feel amazing. I don't feel like I have to cover up, right? I love how I feel when I put that ish on. You know what I'm saying? And so with that, when you feel good, you look good. You know what I'm saying? And you just walk with confidence. There's like a beat when you walk, you know. And I love that for me. I love that for me. Um, and again, if you're thinking about a GLP-1 journey, but you're scared, you're nervous, you know, I say do it. I say do it and see how it does you, you know. So with the non-scale victories and the confidence, right? So again, like I said, me having confidence, I've always had that, but you know the difference from being a morbidly obese person to a more fit person, how you are perceived when you walk in a room, right? And we can say all day long, oh, I don't care what anybody thinks about me, I love me, and I feel good about myself, all this, whatever. But it has been proven that people treat you differently based on what they see physically, period. So when people see you and they see that you're out of shape, you're obese, you're overweight, you know, your stomach is hanging out to your knees, all that. Now, I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm just saying, when they see you like that, they automatically associate with that you don't take care of yourself, you don't value yourself, you don't love yourself. Um, your self-esteem is low. Your self-esteem is low. You just don't care about yourself. You don't let yourself go. You know, let yourself loose. That's what people think of you, whether we want to really be real about it or talk about it or not. That's what the people think about you. No matter what you got on, it's like, oh, you can buy expensive bags and you can have on Chanel this and all these name brands. Okay, you got money, but why haven't you used that money to invest in yourself? That's the real tea. So you got that perception of you versus when you take charge of your health and you looking good and you done lost some weight, you done shaped up, toned up. Now your skin is brighter. Now there's a different type of glow about you. Now you command and demand the room in a different way, right? Not better per se, but in a different way. And people see you and they see that you are more in shape, you know, or that you are in shape, if you will. You look healthy, right? And we all know that just because you are physically skinny, physically in shape, that does not mean that you are more or less healthier than a person that is physically bigger. So let's go on and discount that right now, because even at 230, 260, I was healthier than a lot of people who were 120 pounds, 130 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Still, I could still outrun these people. I could still pass a physical test better than some of these people who are just skinny by genetics. So just because you are smaller doesn't make you healthier. Just because you're bigger doesn't make you less healthy. We can move on. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Perception of you can get you better jobs. How people perceive you can get you a promotion. People will treat you with more respect, more dignity, because they look at you and they see you invest in yourself physically, not investing in yourself buying the bags and buying the, you know, having the hair done and the makeup beat and the eyelashes and all of that. That's not what I'm saying. When people physically see your body type, there's a judgment. And they've categorized you based off what they see about you physically before they even say hello. Let's think about that. What's been a challenge for me on this journey is seeing how much weight I was losing at first right? When I started tirzepatide, not when I was on, not the 3 months I was on semaglutide when I first started, but when I got on tirzepatide, to see that weight loss and how it was just coming on down, I was like, whoo, I was getting like a high from that, right? But to see that slow down, and I'm having moments now of plateaus, and the weight is not dropping as quickly, and the body is trying to be at its set point when I'm trying to still lose another 10 pounds, if you will. So that's been a challenge. Patience. I struggle with patience in general anyway. So being patient on this journey has been a challenge. What's been easy with all of this is pairing it with a healthy lifestyle. I'd like to say, and I would think that my closest friends and family would say, that Sheikah has always put health first since an adolescent, right? Since I decided to take charge, you know, in middle school, going to high school, when I decided to be vegetarian in 2007, I've always, since that point, valued my health. And so, with that being said, pairing this medication with a healthy lifestyle has been easy. That's been easy. Like, cause regardless of me being on a GLP-1 or not, I'm going to work out every single day. Sometimes multiple times a day. Today I worked out 3 times. What dosage am I on? So I am prescribed 15 milligrams of tirzepatide. I'm at the highest dose. I'm at the cap. And the challenge with that is there's nowhere else to go, right? And me being on it for so long, and it's been studies that showed that after being on a GLP-1 for a year's time, your body kind of gets used to it, and it's not as effective. So I may or may not have bumped up, you know, the medication on my own. You know, I may or may not have played doctor and said, oh, you're prescribed 15, but versus doing 75 units on the syringe, let's do 85. I may have or may not have done that to try to get more suppression and feel the benefits of the medication more. Okay. Lifestyle and habits. So again, I mentioned this in one of my previous videos when I was discussing GLP-1s. You have to pair this medication with a healthy lifestyle and healthy habits, because if there was a discontinuance of this medication and we couldn't get it anywhere, we would have to continue the habits that we have now on the medication. Would have to continue it off the medication, because if not, you will gain weight. You can look on Novo Nordisk's website and it will tell you when you stop taking this medication, you will gain weight. You can look at other content creators who have gotten off of a GLP-1 and they'll tell you they've gained some weight, at least 10 pounds, right? 10 pounds, and then maybe they were able to maintain just that 10-pound weight gain and kind of keep it right there, but there's weight gain. There's one content creator I follow, and she's off of the medication. She's been off the medication for 3 months, and she has gained 10 pounds. And she's like, I don't regret getting off, but I also know that I've got to tighten up my habits. I have to stop grazing in the kitchen. I have to stop. And she's like, why am I eating ice cream when I'm not really even an ice cream eater? You know what I mean? Like, because the thoughts are coming back. That noise, that food noise that everybody talks about is coming back. The lifestyle has to be sustainable. The habits have to be obtainable. They have to be not so far-fetched or not so out of reach that you can't keep up with it. You know what I'm saying? So if you are just now getting started on this journey, let's not, don't come out the gates swinging, trying to work out 5 times a week and trying to drink all the water, gallon of water, and trying to do all this here. It's not sustainable, because if you're going from zero, you cannot just go to 100 real quick. You can't do that, you know. And especially if you haven't, worked out really at all in your life. Start 2 to 3 times a week, family. 2 to 3 times a week, 20 to 30 minute sessions. If that's something that you can do, do the beginners level, right? You can get a gym membership, but if you can't afford a gym membership and the medicine, y'all know I'm an advocate for Mr. and Mrs. Muscle, Get Fit with Rick, Grow with Joe, Bully Juice. There's so many great fitness influencers on YouTube free of charge, and you can just turn that on, and they have anywhere from 5 minute workout up to an hour or 90-minute workouts. So there's no excuse on incorporating fitness in this journey. It doesn't start and end at the gym, family. Most of the time, I'm downstairs in the home gym doing my thing. Get you some free weights. You can buy them off Amazon. You can go to Walmart, Dick's Sporting Good, anywhere. Get you some free weights so you can do some dumbbell work. You know what I mean? You don't have to have the big old machineries. I have a maxi climber and a walking pad and all that, but Get Fit with Rick, Grow with Joe, they have a lot of walking videos that you can find on YouTube, where you're just stepping in place, or you're doing like aerobics, if you will. So that's a great way to get the heart rate up and get your steps in and meet your daily activity levels and all of that. So again, pair the GLP-1 with a healthy lifestyle that's manageable for you, right? And realistic for you. And you will do just fine. You will do just fine on this journey. What's manageable for me right now is getting 64 ounces of water in a day. Some people do a gallon, or what have you. That's fine. Do what you can do that you can keep up with, okay? If you can keep up with it, do you, boo. But for me, 64 ounces of water, I can do that comfortably. Boom. 64 ounces of water. I work out daily. Do I recommend that? No, I don't. But for me, I cannot not work out. Now, everything and every day is not intensive, laborious, heavy working out. No, but I'm at least going to get on that treadmill for 45 minutes. If I don't do nothing else, I'm on that treadmill for 45 minutes. Right now, because it is it's winter arc, I am incorporating strength training along with getting my steps in. How many steps do I get? Today, I'm currently at 20,229 steps. Is that every day? No. Most days I average between 12 to 15,000 steps. Am I saying that's what you need to do? No. Do what's manageable for you. Okay? So 64 ounces of water for me a day, at least 12 to 15,000 steps a day. It's Sunday, so today I was just doing the darn thing with these 20,000 steps. And I am eating from home. I'm eating from home, and that's the part that gets a little tough for me, family, because Lord knows I love a good Jimmy John sandwich. I love a good Jimmy John sandwich, and I love a good Impossible burger from Red Robin, and a fry. I am a fry girl. I've said this before. I am a fry girl, a potato girl. Carbs and me, we locked in, me and carbs. But again, with Winter Arc, I am trying my darnest to eat from home, okay? And if I don't have it, like if I don't pack it for lunch, either one, I just won't have it, or two, I'll go to the grocery store and pick up some fruit, and I'll get some salad, and I'll eat a salad. Like I'll make a salad at we have a Lowe's food, so they have a salad bar that you can make your own salad. So I'll make a salad and I'll get some fruit and I have my water and that's lunch. If I don't pack anything, but 99.9% of the time, I pack my overnight oats and whatever meal that I have prepared the nights before. I meal prep, whatever it may be. Whether it's a baked ziti, no meat, of course, for me, but the rest of the family, I put ground turkey in it for them. Baked ziti or impossible patty with a vegetable and a carb or what have you. Whatever I cook at the house, right? That's what I do. How do you stay motivated? Well, I'm gonna tell you something. I've been asked this question 11 times. Shika, how do you stay motivated on this health journey? Don't. I don't. Hell, a lot of times I want to just sit and exist and be, but my mind won't let me. It's giving ADHD over here. Okay? That's what it gives all the time. From the time I open my eyes to the time I close my eyes, I'm on 10,000. So it's not motivation. Bitch, I can't sit down. That's what it is. I can't be still. Um, and for people who don't struggle with that type of thing that I have going on, that's my mind all the time. I jump from one thing to the next. If you don't struggle with that, I would say motivation is fleeting. Some days you wake up and you like,
Yes, I'm gonna go throw some tires. Yes, I'm gonna go out here and jump rope and sit ups and push ups. And yes, I'm gonna train like I'm training for a marathon.
and other days it's like I don't want to do shit. But it's on those days where you don't feel like doing a gosh darn thing. That's when you need to do it the most. And that can be your light days. But as long as you're doing something, because I'm gonna tell you something. Once you stop and say, no, I ain't gonna do it today, and then you say, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow, baby, a whole month done went by, and tomorrow, and tomorrow done came and went. So we can't motivation. Don't even ask me that. Motivation is fleeting. Okay, but determination, right? Dedication and keeping the goals in the forefront and knowing your why, right? If you keep your why in mind, that's going to get your tail up off that couch every time. If you really think about your why and if it's really important to you, you're going to do everything that you can do, gotta do to obtain the goal. So forget motivation. What's your why? What's your why? And move from there. And stay disciplined. That's what it boils down to. It's not motivation, it's discipline. And keeping the promises that you have made to yourself. That's what I've been saying to y'all and to the people in the real world that know me. What's the promise that you made to yourself? If you can't keep a promise to yourself, how can you trust yourself to keep a promise to others? So if you can keep a promise to others, are you saying that they are more important than you? They are more important to you than you? No, no. This is not about being selfish, but what I will say is that you have to fill you up. We have to do the things for ourselves before we can give to the people we love and give to the world. We can't give it all we got out here, and then when it comes to us, we're eating trash. We're putting poison in our bodies. You know, we're eating all the things in the center aisles of the grocery store, and we're not shopping the perimeter as we should be. Now that's food for thought. Moving on. So I have not had the typical side effects that people talk about, whether it's the nausea, the headaches, the diarrhea, all of that. I have not experienced that on my journey, but I'm gonna be real vulnerable here and I'm gonna talk about one that I don't hear talked about a lot. And maybe people are ashamed to talk about this because it's a sensitive subject. But I keep it real on the Shika J Love channel. We keep it real over here. My biggest issue is my lack of sexual desires. I'm going to put it like that. So, you all may have heard that of course, this medication takes away that food noise. For some people who were heavy drinkers, it took away that t- taste out their mouth to want to drink. So, some people have stopped drinking, some people have stopped smoking. Losing the desire to be sexual is a real thing. So, if that is something that is very important to you, and I get it, right? I would say just keep that in the forefront if you are considering getting on a GLP-1. This is not everybody's story. This is my story, and I'm in a lot of GLP-1 groups. Again, I'm a Mochi partner, so I'm in a lot of groups. And I've been with 3 different telehealth companies that have Facebook groups, Instagram groups, all the things. And I've seen this a few times as I've scrolled through. But the people are asking, are there any natural supplements to combat the lack of sexual desires? People are saying, oh, I see my poor husband, and oh my gosh, and it's a chore now to do the things. And there's nothing worse than feeling like you don't desire to be intimate with your partner. You kind of feel like you're failing them, you're failing your obligation, if you will, or duty. Let's not do too much on these words that I'm using, but you feel like you can't play your part or enjoy those moments that you used to enjoy as partners, right? So you start to feel inadequate, and then it's like, well, my partner wants it, but I don't. But what does that mean for your partner? You know, it's only so long where you can leave someone hanging like high and dry before people start to wonder. You know what I'm saying? And I don't wish cheating or none of that on anybody. But if I don't know, if you can't give it, then what do you expect people to do? There's only so much understanding. You understand what I'm saying? There's only so much understanding, and there's only so much self pleasure one can do before it's like, okay, I need a human touch. That's that on that. So keep that in mind. Okay, so let's talk about what's next for me. I've mentioned this a few moments ago, but I do want to lose another 10 pounds. And so I will be sitting at right around 159, 160. And I'll see how I feel from there. I'm trying to celebrate my wins and my milestones without thinking about the next goal or the next milestone. That's super hard for me, and I think it's a struggle for a lot of people based on what I'm seeing. We get to a goal and we always move in the mark. So we never feel like we accomplish anything because it's like, oh, here's the goal. We get there. Then it's like, oh, we got there. I'm not satisfied. What's the next? And the next. And we're always waiting on the next thing. And so it's hard for us to celebrate those wins and really indulge in that and feel that and be grateful in that, you know, because we're always chasing the next thing. But I do want to lose another 10 pounds. So be between like 159, 160, kind of sit there. Um, do I plan on being on this medication for life? Do. Do. Because you're talking to a girl who's seen the other side. I've seen the other side. This is my third major time in losing weight. I've already lost the 70 pounds twice and gained it back and some twice. This is the third attempt here. So I'm at 63 pounds right now. And if I lose 10 more pounds, then I'm at that, again, that 70-pound mark. Am I trying to go backwards? No. And if I have found a tool that is effective, it's working for me, why would I change that? Why would I risk it? If it's available, I'm buying it. I'm buying it because why not? Why would I not? Why would I get to the goal and say, okay, I'm done with it. I'm going to wash my hands of it. I'm free. I'm here. I'm where I want to be. No, because see, I know Sheikah and I know what was going on in my mind before February of 2024. I know the constant conversations that I like to call them the board of directors in my mind. I tell you, it's about 10 people. But anyway, I know the constant conversations that were occurring in my mind regarding food. I would eat something and then I'm automatically on what's the next meal? What's the next snack? I'll wake up in the morning and say, oh, I'm going to eat this. 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 Never being satisfied and being full, and I couldn't focus on anything else because the food was just taking over all of my thoughts. You know, at work, couldn't wait till lunchtime, or on our way in eating something. What I'm gonna grab? Biscuitville, this, that, the third. You know, all these things. So I will be on this medication until I can't be on it no more. Because I see the benefits. I've been on both sides of the spectrum when it comes to not being on it and being on it, and seeing the difference in how my body carries weight and the inflammation being gone. Because that's what this GLP-1 helps with. It helps with inflammation. Again, it helps with that food noise. It helps with those cravings. It helps you to feel satiated. And I love all of that. My only downfall is the lack of sexual desires, which I'm working on. Let's put it like that. I'm working on. So at this point, I believe I have said everything that I wanted to say. This video right now is going longer than I planned. I wanted this to be about just 10 to 15 minutes, but I've been talking now for about 50 minutes. So I'm definitely going to cut this down the best way I can with still keeping the important parts in it. But if you have stayed this far, I appreciate you for being here with me. Again, your views, your comments, your likes, your shares, they do not go unnoticed. I am truly grateful. I'm grateful for the new Love members that have joined the Love community. Hey, y'all. Hey, welcome. Thank you. I hope you all feel loved here. I hope you all feel welcomed here. And I hope this feels like a safe space for all of you to say what you need to say and not feel judged. So I appreciate you all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to let me know in the comments if you're on a GLP-1 journey, if you're considering getting on a GLP-1 journey. I'm going to leave my code below. If you are interested in discussing or seeing if you qualify for a GLP-1, may I recommend Mochi Health. Again, I am a partner with them, but it's not even just a partnership why I'm promoting them. I was with them before in 2024. Love them. Great communication, fast, effective services. Medication comes to your door within a few days. Professional staff. You get a nutritionist. There's a Facebook group where you can ask certain questions. There's always someone available to talk to you regarding the medication, dosaging, all the things. They will advocate for you with your insurance and your pre-authorization. So if you want to see if your insurance provides support for GLP-1s, they will advocate for you, no extra cost. Again, it's $79 a month for the membership, but if you use my code, you can get $40 off your first month of membership. Compounded semaglutide is $99 a month, and compounded tirzepatide is $199 a month, no matter what dose you are on. So they do not increase the pricing as you increase the dose. No matter the dose, it's either the $99 a month for the compounded semaglutide or it's $199 for the compounded tirzepatide. But again, use my code, get $40 off your first month of membership, so you only be paying $39, and that's to see your doctor, that's to see your nutritionist, that's to get access to the Facebook group, and other great support systems that they have. So again, thank you all so much for watching. I truly appreciate you all, and I will see you all in the next video. Leave a comment below. I do talk back. All right, love you all. Peace.